anything going here. Okay, let's take a look at multiplying whole numbers and area. Find my tablet. There it is. Let's just look at our first problem. We got 1, and then a dot, and then a 7. Dot in mathematics indicates multiplication, so that's saying 1 times 7, which would give us 7. And that's our answer. Next problem, we got 2 times 0 times 4. Well, with multiplication, if you have multiple items, not that it matters for this one because 0's in there, but you multiply the first two together. So 2 times 0 is 0. Then you carry down the 4. And then 0 times 4 gives you 0. So 0 is our answer. Now the next problem shows the distributive property. And it's best by shown by an example instead of trying to write it out. So we got 5 times 3 plus 4. Now they're not actually asking us to simplify this or anything. All they say is use the distributive property to rewrite each expression. Now here we have a number, the number 5, right next to parentheses. Anything right next to parentheses like that indicates multiplication, unless it's like a plus or minus in there. So this is telling us to multiply 5 times a set of parentheses. Well, inside the parentheses we have two numbers. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this number here and we'll multiply it times the first number and we'll multiply it times the second number. So we'll take 5 times 3 and we'll take 5 times 4. Now, it looks like for the instructions it says use the distributive property to rewrite each expression. It's not saying simplify it. So that's our answer right there. Take a look at our fourth example. We got 37 times 5. Now, if you got just single-digit numbers, then multiplying it like you did the first two problems is the best way to go. But when you start getting into two-digit, then vertical format is the best. Now, we're going to start with a 5 here, and we'll multiply it times a 7. So 5 times 7 is 35. I'll put the 5, and then I'll carry the tens place up to here. And then 5 times 3 gives me 15, and I add the 3 and it gives me 18. So let me go over again what I did there. I took 5 times 7 gives me 35, put the 5, carry the 3. I took 5 times this 3 gives me 15, and then I add what I carried. So 15 plus 3 gives us 18. So our answer is 185. On this one we got 771 times 3. Again, vertical format's the best, so I'm going to put 771 times 3. And then we'll start multiplying. So I take 3 times 1 gives us 3. 3 times 7 gives us 21, so I'll put the 1 and I'll carry the tens place. And then 3 times 7 again gives us 21, plus the carried over 2. 21 plus 2 gives us 23. So our answer is 2,313. Let's see, 418 times 24. Actually, let me make that a little bit bigger. So 418 times 24. This time we don't have a single digit number down here, we have two digits. So I'll start with the 4. I'm going to take 4 times 8 gives us 32. So I'll put 2 down, carry the 3, carry the tens place. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 3 gives us 7. And 4 times 4 gives us 16. Now, I'm done with this digit right here. So I'll come down in my next line and I'll put a 0 where that digit was. And now I'm starting with a 2. And again, my first number is right below that. 0 is over here. 2 times 8 is 16, so I'll put the 6 here, carry the 1. 2 times 1 is 2, plus the 1 gives us 3. And 2 times 4 gives us 8. Now I'm going to add these two lines. So 2 plus 0 is 2, 7 plus 6 is 13. Put the 3, carry the 1. 1 plus 6 is 7, plus 3 is 10. So put 0, carry the 1. 8 plus 1 gives us 10. So our answer is 10,032. Let's look at another multiplication. We've got 8,153 times 203. Okay, so we'll start with the rightmost digit, the 3. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 5 is 15. I'll put the 5 and I carry the tens place, the 1. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 gives us 4. And 3 times 8 is 24. Okay. So now I'm moving to the second digit. So I'll put a 0 where the first one was, and I'm working with the second one. But this is 0, and 0 times anything is 0. So I'm not going to worry about it. I'll put a 0 for it, and I'll move to the next digit. Again, now I'm working with a 2, and the number we start with should be right straight below it. So 2 times 3 is 6, so put 6 there. 2 times 5 is 10, put the 0, carry the 1. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 gives us 3. And 2 times 8 gives us 16. Let me double check my math on that. I got this silly 2012 movie on where the world's ending. And I keep looking up at it to see what's going on. I guess I should just quit recording and watch it. But anyway, I'll add these. 9 plus 0 is 9. 5 plus 0 is 5. 4 plus 6 is 10. Put the 0, carry the 1. 4 plus 1 is 5. 2 plus 3 is 5. And then 1, 6. And so our answer is 1,655,059. Now this next problem deals with the area of a rectangle. Let's talk about what a rectangle is. A rectangle has 4 sharp corners in it. Specifically, those are 90 degrees, like that. And this distance to this side, let's say it's 3, would be the same as the distance on this side on the other piece. Let's say this one is 7. The distance to that would be the same as the distance to that, which would be 7. Now the long side is our length. And I'll do a capital L for L. And then the short side is our width. And I'll do a capital W for that. And we got 2 formulas for this. Our area is equal to length times width. Usually it's just the LW next to each other. Our perimeter, if you remember from before, perimeter is a distance around something. Perimeter is 2 times L plus 2 times W. So let's look at a problem dealing with this. Number 8. We've got 5 inches and 13 inches. The instructions say find the area and the perimeter of each rectangle. Well, this is going to be my L, that's my long side, and this is my width, that's my shorter side. So our area is going to equal to length times width. So I have 13 inches times 5 inches. Now 13 times 5 gives us 65. And inches times inches, as weird as it sounds, gives us inches squared. And we'll talk more about that later because that's an exponent. We haven't talked about that. But it's also written as 65 square inches. Now our perimeter. I see I'm about out of space. Is equal to 2L plus 2W. Well, L we said was 13 inches. So I got 13 inches there. And W is 5 inches. 2 times 13 is 26, so we got 26 inches. 2 times 5 is 10, so we got 10 inches. And 26 plus 10 gives us 36 inches total. And 26, 31, 36, yeah. So those are our two answers. Area is always in square inches. And then perimeter is in inches. So we'll save that. Whatever this might be called. Multiplying whole numbers and area. So multiplying whole numbers and area. Page 1. Okay, why square inches? Let's talk more about area. Okay, let's say this side is 5 inches. This side is 4 inches. Well, I can draw lines here separating inches. This is 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, so forth, so that's 5 inches. And I can draw lines here separating inches. So that's 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch. If I drew the lines like that, I'd get something that looks like this. And inside there, we have these little squares that are 1 inch by 1 inch. And for our area, when we multiply these together, 4 times 5, then we get 20 square inches. So the 1 by 1 square, we get 20 of those. As I count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 20. See how there's 20 square inches. So it's always square for area. Now, last problem revolves around estimating and multiplication. So let's take a look at it. We've got 317 times 587. And it says estimate the products by rounding each factor to the nearest hundred. Well, this is the hundreds place right here. So I look to the digit immediately to the right. It's less than 5, which means I round down, which means the 3 stays as is, and those digits changes to zeros. Here, this is our hundreds place, the 5. I look to the digit immediately to the right. It's 5 or greater, which means I round up, which means the 5 increases by 1, so it goes to 6, and these digits become 0. So we got 300 times 600. And if I were to actually multiply those together, we said zeros don't add anything, so this first 0 here, I just carry down. This 0 doesn't add anything, so I carry it down. My first digit that's not 0 is 6, so I'm going to work with that one. And again, the first number I work with has to be right below it. 6 times 0 is 0. 6 times 0 is 0. 6 times 3 is 18. So our answer is 180,000. That's a lot easier than that. If you got a bunch of zeros like this, all you do is multiply 3 times 6, which gives us 18, and you count how many zeros you have. 1, 2, 3, 4, so we'll have 4 zeros. Now that only works if the zeros are at the very end like that. If they're mixed in, like if you have 605, you can't do that same little trick. And that's actually, I think, the last problem and the end of that section. So let me find a recorder. Stop it. There we go. And stop the other recorder.